I knew something was off the instant I heard her laugh. Not just any laugh. That one, the one she used to reserve for me. Head tilted back, eyes bright, lips parted in an effortless joy that once made me fall for her. Only this time, I wasn't the one sitting beside her. He was. My grip tightened around the glass in my hand until I thought it might break. The party buzz, music, chatter, the scent of whiskey and expensive perfume mingling in the air. But all I could hear was her laughter slicing through it all, cutting straight into me. "James, you good, man?" My co-worker Mark asked, giving me a nudge. "Yeah," I managed, voice flat. "Just need some air." But instead of heading toward the terrace, I rose slowly, deliberately. My chair scraped against the floor, loud enough for her to hear. Her laughter stopped mid-breath. Her eyes found mine across the room, and I saw the color drain from her face. She knew. She knew I'd seen it. I turned and walked away. The night had started harmlessly, a company event at a downtown hotel. Formal wear, too many drinks before dinner. I'd brought Claire, because that's what husbands do. She'd been distant lately, distracted, her phone lighting up at odd hours. I told myself it was work stress, or maybe paranoia on my part. But deep down, I already knew. I left the banquet hall, my footsteps echoing down the marble corridor, my pulse roaring in my ears. I didn't know where I was headed, only that I needed distance before my anger exploded in public. Behind me, I heard her voice, rushed and panicked. "James, wait." I kept walking until I reached an empty lounge off the corridor, dimly lit, quiet. I stopped, back turned, fist clenched. She caught up, breathless. "James, please. It's not what you think." I turned then, slowly. "Not what I think. You were glowing, Claire, sitting beside him, laughing like you were in love. Don't insult me by pretending I imagined it." Her mouth opened, but nothing came out. Just silence. The kind that confesses everything. "Who is he?" I asked quietly, voice low and dangerous. Her gaze flicked away. "Someone from work," she whispered. That was it. The world tilted. Every late night, every excuse, every time she flipped her phone face down, it all snapped into place. "How long?" I asked, my voice cracking. She swallowed. "A few months." A few months. While I made her dinner. While I kissed her goodnight. While I told myself we were just struggling, not broken. Why? I rasped. Wasn't I enough? Wasn't our life enough? She shook her head, tears spilling. "It's not about enough, James. I don't know how to explain it. He made me feel seen, alive. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did." I laughed, hollow and bitter. "Alive? So our marriage was so dead you had to resurrect yourself in someone else's bed." "Don't say that," she cried. "Please. I never stopped loving you." "Love." I spat the word like poison. "Don't stand there with his fingerprints all over your smile and tell me you love me." She flinched, and for a moment I saw her, the girl I'd married. Messy hair, paint-stained fingers, sitting on the floor of our first apartment dreaming of forever. Then I saw her now, in a gown I'd paid for, heart belonging to someone else. My chest constricted. I sat down, head in my hands. She stepped closer, as if a touch could undo the damage. "Don't," I said, voice low, fractured. "Don't you dare touch me." The silence stretched between us until it felt suffocating. Finally, she whispered, "What are you going to do?" I lifted my eyes to hers, heat burning behind them. "What do you think? You made your choice, Claire. Now I'll make mine." Her face crumpled. "James, please. Don't throw us away like this. We can fix it. We can." I stood, cutting her off. "There is no we anymore. You killed that the moment his attention became worth more than my trust. And you know what? I don't even blame him. I blame you. You're the one who promised me forever." Tears streamed down her face. She reached for me. I stepped back. "I'm done, Claire," I said, voice calm now, coal of a fire still raging inside. "Enjoy your parties. Enjoy feeling alive with him. But you'll do it without me." And with that, I walked out, past the lounge, through the lobby, into the freezing night that bit at my skin like punishment. The divorce didn't happen overnight. Nothing that messy ever does. There were weeks of shouting, pleading, bargaining. She begged for counseling. She wrote letters about how she'd lost herself, how she mistook chaos for freedom. She swore she'd ended it. But every time I looked at her, all I saw was that laugh, that glow she had for him while I sat invisible beside her. And I realized the truth. I couldn't unsee it. I couldn't unknow it. Trust, once shattered, never truly heals. You can glue the pieces back, but the cracks remain sharp enough to cut again. So I filed for divorce. The day I handed her the papers, she collapsed into a chair, shoulders shaking. "James, please, don't do this. Don't let this be the end." "It already ended months ago," I said quietly. "You just didn't tell me." The months that followed were brutal. Long nights in an empty house, staring at her side of the bed, friends asking questions I couldn't answer, my mother telling me to stay strong. But slowly, I began to breathe again. I started running every morning, pounding the pavement until the ache in my legs drowned out the ache in my chest. I spent weekends with my brother's kids, relearning what laughter was supposed to sound like. And one evening, sitting on the porch with beer in my hand, I realized I felt lighter. Not healed, not yet, but free. I had walked away from the woman I thought would be my forever. And though the pain still lingered, I'd found peace in knowing I hadn't let her betrayal define me. The last time I saw her was months later, at a grocery store of all places. She looked smaller somehow, tired, older, her cart half full, shoulders slumped. Our eyes met. For a heartbeat, everything we'd been, every kiss, every dream, flashed between us. "James," she whispered. I nodded once. "Claire." Then I walked past her, not out of anger, but out of choice. Because sometimes the bravest thing you can do isn't holding on. It's knowing when to let go. Her laughter had died that night at the party. So had my illusions. And in their place, I found something stronger than the love I lost. I found myself again.